Good morning YouTube, or good afternoon. Michael and I have been home all day and I have finished my exam and now we are going to hand it in at the school. So just gonna show it. It's not a very big at all. It's just, I think, 6 or 7 pages, but I'm just happy that I am able to hand something in because, as I said the other day, I really didn't think that I was going to really be able to write anything under these circumstances, but I did, so I'm happy about that. Once we've done that, we're actually going by my dad's work because it's pretty close to the campus, and I'm gonna give him this book. It is a George R.R. Martin book that he wrote, I think, before the Game of Thrones, and it's supposed to be 90 years, is what it says here, before Game of Thrones. And we love Game of Thrones. I've read most of the books and of course seen the series, and my dad and his wife, they watched the series too, so I thought it'd be kind of fun for him to be able to read the book, but not actually the Game of Thrones book, because he's already seen the series and knows what's going to happen. So I thought it was kind of a fun compromise. Last night, I already vlogged about it. I had a very bad time with the miscarriage. I was in very much pain, but I actually got to sleep all through the night. I did wake up a couple of times, but I wasn't in a lot of pain, so I could go back to sleep. And today it's been kind of okay too, so I'm hoping that the worst is over and that we're just gonna have to wait now for it all to finish. And I called the clinic and they said that I don't need to take the pills, which is a good thing. My friend told me earlier today that apparently these pills, they're called Cytotec, they have been very much talked about. They are very controversial apparently because they are not very good, and they're not very good for your body. So I'm very happy that it all started on its own and that I'm not going to have to take them. And I got a new appointment, an earlier appointment for the checkup, so that feels good too. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game. It's evening and Tyrion is home now, but he and Michael are upstairs having some fun playing in Tyrion's room while I make dinner. And I just thought I will let you come along for dinner today and show you what I'm doing. I'm actually doing a half of a Swedish dish, I guess, or half of what I'm making is from Sweden, and those are HASSELBACK potatoes. They are actually from Stockholm, where I live. Apparently some chef made them up in a restaurant and then they spread. So that's what I'm gonna make. I'm just gonna show you what I need. I have some potatoes, of course. I have some melted butter, breadcrumbs, I guess this is called, and salt and pepper. And then I am actually also gonna add a piece of little, come on, focus. Oh well, I'm gonna add some garlic, and that is my fridge. Shush, shush, shush. There we go. Not sure why it won't focus right now, but yeah, there we go. Some garlic. That's not in the original recipe, I think, or at least not the one I'm using that I found on the internet. But we just like garlic with everything pretty much. And then you will need a buttered pan, and that's all I need for this part. And then we're having fish with this. But I will show you what these look like before they go into the oven. So let's get to it. Here the potatoes are all prepped and ready to go into the oven. What I did was I put every potato in this spoon. I hope you can see it. And then I just cut, no, I can't show you because I don't want to pick one up, but I just put it in here, and then you cut little slices, I guess. And you can't really see them now because there's stuff all over. But when these cook, these slices will start opening up a bit, and the butter will kind of go into them and make them all moist and buttery and nice. So I basically did that, put them in the pan, poured the butter and garlic mixture all over, and then put the breadcrumbs over, and salt and pepper. And I actually only used about half of the breadcrumbs that this recipe called for, because I think this is more than enough. So we will put these in the oven for about 45 minutes, and then hopefully they will be super yummy. So I will show you what they look like when they're done, together with the fish and the vegetables. You can't get up on your own. Daddy's gonna help you. Yeah, it's dinner time. And this is what the finished result looks like. So the potatoes were in the oven for like more like an hour than 45 minutes, and they're not maybe completely done yet, at least not the biggest ones. So that's kind of a bummer. I guess you have to have them in longer if the potatoes are bigger. And then we just have some fish with this and a little bit of sauce, and then of course some vegetables. And we actually were naughty today and bought a dressing because, I don't know, lettuce and salads and stuff, they just taste so much better with dressing. So we are gonna eat, and Tyrion seems to like it already. And that's a win in my book. Is that yummy? Yeah. You should eat with your fork and your spoon instead. That's one way to do it, I guess.